Peoples you are trying to speaking each other. What happened? So let's see here. We need to go to line number 97. Then already we'll have the root users access. Root all is equal to all. Then all. Already we have the permission for root. Now we are trying to providing the permissions for student user. How to provide the permission? Then here first field username student. We are trying to providing the pseudo permission for student user. First field student username. All means host name server.example.com, client.example.com, localhost, local domain. Like this, we'll have the host name, mission name, right? All means it may be any host. It may be local domain, local host. It may be server.example.com. It may be client.example.com. Whatever it may be. First field is username. Second field is host name. Here in host name we provided all. All means it may be any host, right? So host name it should be anything. Colon, then all. This is commands. All. How many commands will have into our operating system? Those all the commands. If you want, you can define command also here instead of all, right? All means, for example, if you have 2000 commands, if you have 4000 commands, those all the commands. So last field is permission. We'll have 2000 commands. So all the 2000 commands we need to execute with student user. So here this is a permission we are providing for command to execute all the commands. I hope you got it. So first field username, second field host name, and commands and permission, all commands. So for example, if we having 2000 command, all the 2000 commands we are going to execute with student user. Now student user, it's having the full access. It can able to act like as a root user. So student user, it can able to any command anywhere with the help of sudo permission. Got it, guys? If you want, you can make a note. This is an entry we need to add. So near line number 97, right? The first field is username space host name is equal to all commands. Last permissions all commands. Last field. Got it, guys? So if you having 2000 commands, all the 2000 commands we are going to execute. Now student user, it can able to execute any command anywhere into our operating system. So student user, it's having the full sudo access now. Got it? So make a note. So clear, guys? Right. So save and quit. Save and quit. Exit from root user. Back to student. Now sudo -i will work now. But it is asking the password. Usually you should not ask the password. That is also I will teach you. Don't worry. How we need to avoid the password. At present, provide the student user's password. Then we can able to switch from student user to root user using sudo -i. That means sudo permission it's working for student user now. I hope you got it, guys. Now exit from root. We are back to student. Now we are trying to creating one user account with the help of student user. How to create the user? So user add is a command, right? So that U1. If you execute this command directly, same error you are going to get permission denied. How we need to execute this command? We need to add sudo in front of the user add. I hope you got it, guys. We need to add sudo in front of the user add command. So now we are trying to executing sudo commands with student user. Student user it having the sudo access. How it having the sudo access with the help of etc sudo rs file. How we need to edit the etc sudo rs file? Vi sudo is a command. With the help of vi sudo, we are going to edit etc sudo ers file. Clear? Already we provide the full sudo access for student user. Student user it can able to execute any command anywhere into our operating system using sudo permission. Then it went down. It got created. So if you want, I can verify. See, U1 user account it got created. Can we able to delete the user? Yes, any command anywhere. Okay. We can. So student user anything he can able to do into our operating system with the help of sudo permission, right? If you are providing the full sudo access for student user, if you provide the full sudo access for student user, maybe student user he can able to misuse, right? Then we are trying to providing the restricted access for student user. Student user he need to execute only few commands, not all the commands. For example, student user he need to create the user account, but he should not delete the user. So like this permissions we are trying to providing fine grain in IAM. We already discussed, right? Fine grain permissions who completed IAM, right? Like the same way here, we are trying to providing the permissions according to our requirement. We are going to provide the restricted access for student user. Student user, he need to execute only few commands, not all the commands. Right? So how to provide the restricted access, we'll see now. Right? Login as a root. If you want to can execute the vi sudo with student user also, it's not a problem now. Because student user is having the full sudo access. Sudo space vi sudo also you can execute now. Right? So let's see guys here. Vi sudo, open this file, go to line number 97, right? Last field permission will have, right? All. You need to remove this all. You need to remove this all. Instead of all, how many commands will have? As of us, we have 2000 commands. From those 2000 commands, only few commands student user he need to execute. Got it, guys? So all the root user command where it will be located. etc. All the root user commands where it will be located. WinBash. All the root users command where it will be located, guys. Sbin, very good. So inside the Sbin, root user executable command we are going to get from Sbin. Normal user executable command will have inside the bin, like this already we discussed long back. Okay. So if you are unable to understand the file system hierarchy, if you are unable to read the file system hierarchy, it's a bit difficult to you people to understand the Linux. I said day one itself only. So you need to read the file system hierarchy, you should understand the file system hierarchy. Right? So Sbin contain root user commands. Right guys? Here we should not provide the root user commands directly. We need to provide the path of root user command where it got located. So for example, we are trying to providing user add command which should execute with student user. Student user he need to execute user add command. Then we need to provide the permission. Sbin / user add comma Sbin / user mod. Now student user he can able to execute user add. He can able to execute user mod. Then Sbin group add, right? Sbin fdisk, right guys? Fdisk is a command fixed disk. This is disk management related command. No need to bother. So for verification, just I'm trying to provide it. Clear? Only 4 commands we provided for student user now. Apart from those 4 commands, is unable to execute anything. If you want, you can make a note. So how to provide the restricted access student user? So last field permission, we need to remove the all. Instead of all, we need to provide the commands there according to your requirement. How many commands student user you need to execute? Those commands we should provide. We should separate it with the help of comma. So as bin user add is one command. As bin user mode is one command. As bin group add is a command. As bin fdisk is a command. Only 4 commands we provide the access for 4 commands for student user. Student user now only those 4 commands it can able to execute that set. So let's try verify. Save and quit. Save and quit. Then exit from root. Here back to student. Here back to student. Then try to execute user and can we can. So but we need to provide the password. Okay. I'll tell you how we need to avoid the password also, don't worry. So user and we can. So can we able to execute group add? Yes, we can able to execute group add command also. Can we able to delete the user? What I mentioned. Even we are providing pseudo permissions also, we are unable to delete because user del command permission doesn't have no student user. So here, sorry, user student is not allowed to execute as bin user del hyphen r u1 as root on localhost local. Fine. I hope you got it. Sudo can be able to execute as this hyphen n? We can. Only those 4 commands we can able to execute. Apart from those 4 commands, we are unable to execute the remaining commands. Like this, you can provide the restricted access. Okay. So maybe few people they have some confusion where those all the commands have got located. So if you know file system hierarchy, you can able to know where those all the commands will be located. But few people they have some confusion where the command it got located. So we need to find out the path of application, which is a command, which WHICH, and provide the command name. For example, fdisk, see guys, where it got located? Inside the SBIN. Where is which both you can use. Same information along with the manual page session ID will provide you. SBIN, fdisk, USR, SBIN, fdisk, both are same, right? SBIN having the link into USR, right? So USR, SBIN, fdisk. So this is a path, the command it got located and it's a manual page. If you want, you can use which or parish. So with the help of those commands, you can able to find out where the application it got located, it got installed. Clear? So I hope you're clear, guys. My voice is not understanding. So what I should do? What about remaining people apart from Praveen? Can you hear me, guys? Am I audible online? It's okay. Anil, why you are getting echo, man? Now it's okay. Now it's okay, guys. Can you hear me? Am I audible? Hello. Okay. Some problem. Anybody having mobile? Do you have link? Why echo? Now it's okay. Not today. Now it's okay, guys. Can you hear me? Hello. Can you hear me, Vinay? Praveen? Not properly. Still. Can you hear me, guys? Can you? It's okay. Okay, right, good. So let's continue. So I hope you got it, guys. How we need to provide the restricted access to user, pseudo restricted access. According to our requirement, we can able to provide the commands instead of all. If you're providing all, student user it can able to execute all the commands in the operating system. So if you're providing restricted commands there, only those commands student user it can able to execute. Not only student, any pseudo user. So it's not like this, we need to provide the permission for only student user. We can create one user and then provide the pseudo permission for that user. It may be U1, it may be I1, it may be Raju, it may be Rani, whatever it may be. Clear, guys? I hope you got it, right? Good. Now, one more scenario. Student user, he need to execute all the commands apart from one. Apart from two, otherwise. How many commands will have in the operating system? Those all the commands student user he need to execute. Right, guys? Guys, better to make a note. We doesn't have any history today. Because we are trying to editing inside the file. We won't get the history. Got it? Clear? Online. I am unable to provide the history of this concept because we are trying to modify the file content. We are not going to get the content in history. Okay? Right, guys? So now student user, not only student, any user, maybe can use the pseudo permission for any user. Right? Any local user, right? So now we are providing the full access, all the commands you need to execute apart from one. So student user, it should not delete the user, it should not delete the group. Apart from those both the command, everything he need to execute. Then how? Student user, he need to execute all the commands apart from one or two. Then how? So this is central point of question. Now guys, vi sudo, go to line number 97, right? So remove those entries. Right? We are trying to removing those entries. Then we need to provide all. We have 3000 commands. Are you going to add the 3000 commands manually? It's not possible, right? All, comma, slash has been user del has been group del, then it will execute everything, right? You need to keep not exclamatory mark. Apart from those both the commands, student user it can able to execute anything, anywhere. Apart from user del, apart from group del. You need to keep the exclamatory mark in front of the particular command. Now it is not going to execute. Exclamatory mark means not. Right. Not only for commands. If you want, you can keep not for host. If you want, you can keep the not for user also. Maybe the student user sudo permission you need to disable. Just you can keep not or otherwise hashtag in front of the client. It won't work. I hope you're clear, guys. Clear? Save. If you want, you can make a note. So you should keep the not symbol in front of the user del as well as group del command. Exclamatory mark. Clear? Yes, no. So finish, guys. Finish. Good. So we need to save and quit. Let's verify. Let's verify now. Exit from root. Back to student. Sudo user add is a command. We are trying to create a user called I1. Can we? We can. Now we are trying to deleting this user. Can we able to create the group? User add RH here is a group name. We can. If you want, we can verify. Tail/etc password. I1 user it got created. Then tail/etc group. RHEL group also it got created. So can we able to delete the user? User del -r. We are unable to delete the user. Can we able to delete the group? Huh? That group is there, right? Okay. Got it, guys. We are unable to delete the group. Can we able to execute fdisk-l command? You can. Apart from user del and group del, everything you can. So I hope you got it, guys. If you want, you can use vi sudo also. Sudo vi sudo. You can edit the file. Everything it will work. So got it. So log in as a root, right? Then vi sudo and go to line number 97. I hope you're clear, guys, how we need to avoid the particular command. Okay? Right. Next, we have one more scenario. We can able to create the alias names. What is that? Alias names. With the help of alias names, also we can able to provide the sudo access. We'll have few predefined alias names into our operating system, into our sudo ERS file. Go a little bit up, scroll up. See, guys, here. Scroll up, see here. We'll have few alias names. See. cmnd_alias. Service is alias name. Software is alias name. Networking is alias name. Storage is alias name. So like this, few predefined alias names will have. Those alias names it having by default few commands. Right, guys? So storage alias name, spin fdisk will have, sfdisk will have, parted will have, part-root will have. Those all storage related commands. While we are discussing about disk management, at the time I will teach you each and every command, no need to bother. At present, you need to focus. Can we able to execute the root user command with the normal user or not? That's it. What is the use of that command? No need to bother. We'll discuss later. We have the disk management concepts at the time. So I hope you got it, guys. We have few alias names here. We have few alias names, delegate, process, drivers, like this alias names you have. If you want, you can use predefined alias. If you want, you can create your own alias also. First, we'll discuss how to use the predefined alias. So, guys, storage alias will have, right? So, you need to remove the hashtag in front of the alias name. See here. We'll have hashtag, right? We need to remove the hashtag in front of this line. Hashtag removing means we are uncommenting this line. Now this line is active. If you keep the hashtag in front of the line, that is commented. It won't execute. Now this line is active, we can able to use the storage alias name, right? So now we are going to copy the storage alias name. Go to line number 97. See guys here. Here I am trying to providing the alias name. Storage. Now student user only storage alias name related commands it can able to execute. In storage alias name, how many commands will have? Fdisk, sfdisk, parted, partrow, right? Mount, unmount, those commands will have. Only those commands we can able to execute now. I hope you got it, guys. So we'll have few predefined alias names. According to our requirement, we need to remove the hashtag in front of that particular alias name. Then we should use this alias name here. So for student user, not only for student, you can give those pseudo permission for any user. Okay. Save and exit. Then quit. We are back to student. We are back to student. Then now we are trying to executing sudo user add command. Can we able to create the user? No. We are unable to create the users. We are unable to create the groups. We are unable to delete. We are unable to delete the groups. So apart from storage commands, so student user is unable to execute the remaining commands. So can we able to execute fdisk-l? Yes. Can we able to execute parted-l? Yes. Can we able to execute the partrow? Don't worry, everything I will teach you. We can able to execute the partrow command. Okay. Don't worry. Just we are trying to verifying whether we can able to execute the root user executable commands or not. What is the use of that particular command? I will teach you later, not now. Right? What is partrow? What is parted? What is fdisk? Those all we are going to discuss in disk management concept. So clear, guys? I hope you got it. How we need to provide the predefined alias names. So now, according to our requirement, we need to customize the alias name. We need our own alias. Right, guys? It's one kind of variable, man. That's it. Alias name is one kind of variable. The alias name is having the data. What kind of data? Commands, root user executable commands. Right, guys? Clear? How to create our own alias now we are going to discuss. So login as a root vi sudo, go to line number 97. Wherever if you want you can write alias. Okay, I'm doing one thing. I'm trying to writing alias here itself. Okay, near storage. I'm going to disable this. Disable means we need to keep the command hashtag in front of this line. Storage we are trying to disable. Now the storage alias it won't work. It got commented, right? So it got commented, right? Now we are trying to writing our own alias. CMND underscore ALIAS COMM is my alias name, guys. You can write anything. So it's not like this, you need to write COMM, you can write anything, okay? Colon, then sbin user add, I'm adding, okay? So sbin group add, right? Sbin fdisk, right? Then sbin can give any one command, right? So user mod, okay. So like this, you can provide according to your requirement and number of the commands here. Depends, right? Now we are going to use this COMM alias name. That go to line number 97. Here I am going to remove the storage because already we disabled the storage alias, right? So now we are trying to provide in COMM. Only we can able to execute with the help of student user those 4 commands. User add, user mod, group add, I think, and update. Right? Save and quit. Then exit from root user. Then try to execute. Can we? We can. So can we able to create the groups? Yes, we can able to create the groups. Sudo again give Linux disable. We can, right? Can we able to modify the users? So sudo I need to modify the and try to assigning comment for I1 user, I2 user account, right? So how to assign the comments? User mod -c, then new name guy, madam. We are trying to assigning comments. Got it, guys? C is option, then we are trying to providing comment called HR for us I2 user account. Got it? So can we able to execute fdes command? Yes, we can able to execute it. Excuse me, guys. Fdes command also, right? Got it, guys? Which operating system you are using? Nitesh. RHEL 7 only, right? So clear, guys? I hope you got it. I think you are using minimal installation because of that. This is no problem. You should install the server with GUI, then only it will work. So clear? I hope you got it. How we need to create our own alias name, right? Okay. Now we'll have one team, guys. In that team, we'll have 10 to 20 user accounts, right? So those people, they should have the same sudo access. How you are going to provide the sudo permission of 20 users? Are you going to add all the 20 users name into sudo here as well? Very good. So how you are going to provide the permission? The same permission we are going to apply for group. We are going to create groups. We are adding the group. We are adding the users into the group. Then you are going to provide the permission for one group. It's enough. No need to provide for 20 users. All right. Let's see here. I'll show you. Better to log in as a root. Right, guys. I think we'll have few users, right? Tail etc. Transfer. Okay, I'm trying to creating one more user. User add u2. Right? Then guys, password is mandatory. You need to assign the password. Okay. U1, then password u2. So we have two users called u1 and u2, right? So we have two users, u1 and u2 user just now we created, right? u1 and u2. Those both the users we are trying to adding into RHEL group. How to add those both the users into RHEL group? G password also you can use. Otherwise, user or -a capital G. Then RHEL is a group name. U1 is a username, and then U2 is a user. Now RHEL group having how many members? Yes, guys. RHEL group having how many members? Two members, right? U1 and U2. U1, U2 members will have an RHEL group. Clear? Right? Now, how to provide the, if you only can take paid EPC group, otherwise ID command also. Right? ID command also you can use. Clear? Both U1 and U2 both are RHEL group members. Now, how we need to provide the sudo permission per group? Vi sudo, go to line number 97. Actually, go a little bit down. Guys, if you observe, see here, allow people in a group field to run all commands. If you want to, you can add the users into wheel group also. If you add the user into the wheel group, by default, that user is having the full sudo access. Because wheel group having the full permission, right? Now we are trying to providing our customized group here. We are trying to providing the sudo access for our customized group now. So now, what is the group name? RHEL is a group, right? Then how the system it can able to understand this is a group? We should provide the percentile symbol in front of the group name. For user doesn't need, if you try to providing the sudo permission per group, we need to start the group name with percentile symbol. Got it? Then remaining all same. All is equal to all. Then if you need to provide full permission, all you can do. If you need to provide the restricted permission, already we know how to provide the restricted permission. Clear, guys? So now U1, U2, both having the full sudo access. U1, U2, both they can able to execute any command anywhere into our operating system, right? Save and quit. Then log in as a U1, right? Then sudo. So you need to provide any command, like for example, at this command. Yes, we should provide the username password, U1 password, U1 username password, right? So we can U1's password we should provide. U2 password we need to provide. Without password, can we able to execute? Yes. Let's see here. Exit from U1. I hope you got it, guys. How to provide the sudo permission per group. If you're providing the sudo permission per group, those all the permissions it will reflect for users, group members. Right? Now U1, U2 RHEL group members. Those U1, U2 both they have the access to create the to execute the any command anywhere into our operating system using sudo permissions. Clear? So I hope you got it online. Right. So now let's see, guys, here. How to avoid the password. So while you are trying to executing the sudo command, it is asking the password. But easy to user don't ask password, right? Yes, no. In AWS, easy to user account will have, right? So it won't ask any password if you executing sudo -i command. But here, student user, it is asking password, right? Let's see here. We are back to student sudo command we are executing. It's asking password, right? We need to avoid this password. Let's see how. Without password also we can. Vi sudo, right? Line number 97. Then guys here, no PASSWD command we need to write. No PASSWD in capital letters. Got it. Then student user doesn't need any password. So save and quit, exit, then sudo, got it. It don't ask password now. We can. No password option, you need to add that in front of the commands. So now su if1 login as a root, right? Vi sudo. Guys, here we'll have wheel group, right? See here. By default group is wheel, right? If you want, you can avoid the password for wheel group also. Remove hashtag in front of the wheel group. So we have something without a password like this will have right here. Before you will have a hashtag now. Here we should have the hashtag here. You need to remove this hashtag. Okay, that's it. Then now you can add the users into the wheel group. Because all the user it having the full sudo access. Wheel by default is a group it having full sudo permission. All the sudo access permission. Now we are trying to adding user into wheel group. Okay. For example, I1 user I'm trying to adding into the wheel group, right? WHEL wheel is a group and then I1. Then ID I1. Sorry, ID right? ID I1. I1 is a wheel group member. Login as a I1. Login as a I1. Got it. Not only at this, any command you can execute now. Even including user del. Now we are trying to deleting I2 user account. It's going to be deleted. Clear? Got it, guys? So this is all about sudo ERS file. Like this, we need to provide the sudo permission. And we'll have one small concept related to sudo. How to create our own sudo ERS file. This is predefined, right? etc sudo ERS file is a predefined. By default in our system will have, right guys? Now, if you go to an organization, we'll have the multiple departments, multiple users will have, right? So for them, we need to provide few permissions. Then we can able to create our own file instead of editing the main configuration file, right? Let's see here, exit. So now we are trying to creating a user called Raju. Raju is a user, right? It got created. So if you want, you can verify. Raju user it got created. Now we are trying to providing the sudo permission for Raju using our own file. Using our own sudo ERS file. You can create the multiple sudo ERS files according to your requirement. Maybe HR department, one sudo ERS file. Account department, one sudo ERS file. IT department for one sudo ERS file. Like this you can. Got it? Maybe BPO will have to run one sudo ERS file. So like this you can. Right? So let's see guys here. VIM / etc sudo / etc sudo ERS.d is a directory. Okay. VIM space etc sudo ERS.d is a directory. Inside this sudo ERS.d directory, we are going to create one file. You can give any name. We are trying to providing the sudo access for Raju user, right? I'm providing Raju only. You can give any name. It's not like this. We need to provide Raju. Account, HR, whatever if you want, you can give. Okay. Then open this file. This is empty file, right? In this file, we are going to add the entries for Raju. So username Raju, then all host, then all host, then all. Then Raju doesn't have the password, right? Without password, Raju, he need to execute the command. No password. That's it, guys. Clear? So those entries you need to add. Not only for Raju, you can add multiple entries here. Multiple usernames, multiple user entries you can add according to given. Then save and quit. Save and quit. Login as a Raju. What happened? Raju doesn't have. Small R. Right, guys. We need to provide small R only here. Sudo ers dot it may be anything. File name you can give anything. Okay, but you should provide small R. Okay. Linux is case sensitive, right? It's okay. Tail. Got it. Clear? You can execute any command, guys. Raju, he has the full permission without any password. Raju, he can able to switch to root also. Got it? Like EC2 user. In your EC2 instance, will have the EC2 user, right? Like the same way. By default, AWS people, they are going to provide the sudo access for EC2 user. This is our local mission, our personal mission, we need to provide. Like this only, they are going to provide by default. Clear? I hope you got it. This is all about sudo ERS, sudo permissions. Tomorrow, so please don't miss the session tomorrow, guys. So if you miss the session, I am unable to help in file permissions, file and directory permission. Right? Clear? So I will show you how by default permissions internally it's providing everything. Few calculations we are going to discuss. With the help of those calculations, file permissions will get. Then if you having any doubts, any questions in sudo permissions, please. Guys, we doesn't have anything in history. You have only vi sudo command, that's it. Okay. Huh? Colon 97. Colon 97 also doesn't have. Only vi sudo command will have that. Yes, guys. If you having any doubts, any questions, please. I'll inform to the management today, don't worry, about network issue. Right? Maybe I hope like the people's they are facing many issues today. So because of echo wise, right?